Watch the game while the beat flows. At the sports bar where anything goes. Laughter and joy, we're in the zone. On the swivel at the sports bar. Cheering loud, feeling like a star. Good times, laughter and every score. On the swivel, come back for more. Come back for more. Tasty treats and soulful sounds. Feel the rhythm is where joy's found. With every cheer we come alive. Come on in, let's thrive and jive. In this moment we find our groove. On the swivel at the sports bar. Cheering loud, feeling like a star. Good times, laughter and every score. On the swivel, come back for more. Come back for more. Come back for more. Tasty treats and soulful sounds. Feel the rhythm, it's where joy's found. With every cheer we come alive. Come on in, let's thrive and jive. In this moment we find our groove. On the swivel at the sports bar. Cheering loud, feeling like a star. Feeling like a star. Good times, laughter and every score. Every score. On the swivel, come back for more. For more. Swing on by, don't miss the fun. At the sports bar, the best begun. The best begun. Come back for more. 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 Come back for more.
Hey, welcome everybody. Hopefully everybody can hear me. You're on the swivel at the sports bar. Episode 19, season 3, so we know what's going on. So we're going to just kind of breeze through this thing. One of my partners may come up or may not. But anyway, let's get the pleasantries out of the way. Hit the like button on the way in. It doesn't cost you nothing. Share the links, subscribe to the channel, join the chat, and on replay, share it and just leave a comment. Say you were here after this show was over. So disclaimer, everything I use here is fair use. I try to give credit to the creators that I use some of their material. So there you have it. All the pleasantries out of the way. So let's just start with the off season for football, right? And I guess there's only one big thing that I caught because I'm not really trying to get wrapped up into all football season. But there was a big deal made just recently for this brother, Will Anderson. I guess he's an edge rusher, and he's getting paid some big bucks, So let's go ahead and hear what this whole thumbnail is fictitious. But anyway, so let's go ahead what they got to say.
It's a 3-year, $150 million deal, $50 million per year.
Will Anderson Jr. just became the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history, and every locker room in the league is losing it. 10 stars have already fired off demands to be released, and front offices are in full panic mode. We've got all the details right here. Let's break it down. The deal that broke the NFL pay scale. On April 17th, 2026, the Houston Texans and defensive end Will Anderson Jr. agreed to a 3-year contract extension worth $150 million in new money. The deal carries $134 million in guaranteed compensation, along with a signing bonus and front-loaded protections. It also includes a no-trade clause, one of the rarest provisions ever granted to a...
This is the biggest contract in NFL history for a non-quarterback. I mean, I'm telling you, that's a lot of money. It kind of tells you how much money the NFL is actually making, because they never really make this kind of deals with the guy. And it's some more intricacies to this contract. I'm going to let the guy finish speaking.
non-quarterback in modern NFL history. That number, $50 million per year, is the new ceiling. And every pass rusher, every edge, every defensive tackle, every wide receiver sitting on a contract below it just got a reason to walk into their team facility and ask questions.
Will Anderson has signed a 3-year contract extension for $150 million. So that whole business of a fifth year option being picked up, I imagine this is an extension after that.
Rich Eisen laid out exactly why this deal is so different. The extension does not replace Anderson's rookie contract. It layers on top of it. Earlier in the offseason, on April 8th, 2026, the Texans exercised the fifth-year option, locking in his 2027 season at around $21.5 million, fully guaranteed. He plays 2026 on his rookie deal, plays 2027 on the option, and then the new extension money kicks in.
So they'll...
No, that's huge, man. I'm telling you, he's making, so it's his second deal, which is the biggest deal for his position in NFL history, but he's playing out his first contract first. And so they're not going to get into those hagglings, and all that kind of stuff, as whether they're going to try to franchise him and all that bullshit. He's going to walk right into this huge contract after the first one is over.
He'll play it out, and then this 3-year contract extension to keep it going, $50 million a year on average.
This is where it gets loud for the rest of the league. The Texans view the full picture as 5 years of control at roughly $36.5 million per year. But the 3 extension years themselves, $50 million, a flat 50. That is the number every agent is going to point at.
It is the highest salary on an annual basis of anybody who doesn't play quarterback in the National Football League. This is a new threshold being set by the Houston Texans, $50 million.
And here is the pecking order right below him. Micah Parsons sits at $46.5 million.
We don't have to go through the whole pecking order, but you get the point. So there's going to be a change. There's going to be some other happy NFL players besides just quarterbacks making all the money. And again, it tells you how much money the NFL is actually bringing in once they start opening those wallets. Because, you even mentioned the salary cap when they talked about his money. So you're playing a quarterback $50 million, and now you got somebody in your defense is getting paid $50 million, and you got a whole bunch of other players to play. Man, the NFL is making so much money. Now they're starting to throw it a little bit at the players. Anyway, so I just wanted to throw that out there. Football season's right around the corner. I'm starting to get stuff for fantasy football and getting the teams and all that shit set up. So, here we go. It's that time of year. All right, for the time being, we're talking NBA basketball, and the playoffs are upon us. And there's a couple of surprises, right? So before we get into that, let me just see if my buddy showed up. No, he still ain't here. But anyway, if you look at let me fix this so we can make it bigger. Let me make it bigger again. Put this on the side. All right. So now we're looking at, maybe I'll even do a little bit bigger, get my ass off the screen. If you look at it, there's a couple of surprises here, especially the Pistons. I mean, and most likely, look at the Pistons could get eliminated tonight. That game's tonight. Right? That game is tonight. They were number one. I think they were in the number one position all season long. I don't think they ever dropped out of first place for the entire season. And now the Magic, the number 8 seed, have them on the ropes. And I believe if I'm not mistaken, are they playing? Yeah, they are playing in Philly today. They are playing in Philly today. But, the series is 3-1. If they don't come out and win this game, they could get embarrassed back in Orlando. Now, I feel Orlando needs to win this game because every game they don't win, it's going to be tougher and tougher to close Philly out. So Philly probably going to win tonight in Philly. In Detroit. I keep saying Philly. I'm saying the Pistons in Detroit. And, so I have a feeling they're going to win in Detroit tonight. So who else is, the Lakers? I think that's kind of surprises 3-1. However, they could turn that out. You know, if they win that series without Luka, without Reeves, then that's something special. Uh, the Timberwolves have the Nuggets on the ropes. If Anthony Edwards could keep his head in the game with all this baby mama drama going on, the Spurs are probably going to win out. The Celtics and the Sixers. The Celtics have the 3-1 lead. And the Knicks are kind of surprised. They're hanging in there. But, the Hawks are not giving this series away. So the Knicks could easily lose that series if they don't show up every night to play their best basketball. Probably the same thing goes for the Cavaliers, So the NBA playoffs is pretty good, starting out good. And, of course, OKC is just on their run. Unlike Detroit, OKC is doing what they were supposed to do, sweep. So I tell you what, if the Magic win that series, there's going to be some major issues in Detroit. Oh, the WNBA, I really don't have anything to say about them right now. We'll come back to a couple of things in the WNBA. Hockey, hockey's got in the middle of their playoffs too. I forgot and you can see what's going on there. I haven't really been big on hockey, of course. The teams are doing whatever the hell they do. So if you're a big hockey fan, I have something for you a little bit more thorough. But I just kind of threw this shit up here. I even forgot to put one of the grades up here. It's probably 2-2. Anyway, again, I wasn't going to spend a lot of time on tonight. I just was going to breeze through a couple of things. Hey, man, I was just talking to my boy. I don't know what happened to him. So he said he was going to show up, but he didn't. Okay. Here we go. I want you guys to meet Alicia Parks, right? She's breaking into the tennis circuit, and they call her the new Serena Williams. It's going to be tough calling her the new Serena Williams because I think Serena herself is going to try to make a comeback.
They call her the new Serena Williams. Alicia Parks is quickly earning the nickname the new Serena Williams.
She got them booty
and it's easy to see why. With one of the most powerful serves on the women's tour and an explosive, aggressive style, Parks brings a level of raw intensity that instantly stands out. Like Serena Williams in her early days, she plays with confidence, takes risks, and isn't afraid to go for winners under pressure. They call her the new Serena.
That's just introduction. So maybe we'll hear more about her when the major tournaments come. If she goes deep into the tournaments, it's not like there's just kind of pop people in there. See somebody I haven't talked about before. So now you know the name Alicia Parks, and we'll see if she makes something of herself down the road. Okay. All right. So if you know Stephen A. Smith, he has a nephew, Josh Smith, and they're talking some smack. And I just wanted to put this up here to say, okay, they're going to talk a little bit of stuff. I'm just kind of introducing Josh Smith. Every so often, he's on the Stephen A. Smith show, and he's got his own podcast. He ain't Stephen A., but, I just thought I'd
back in my city.
Overboard.
I was in Atlanta, and
he's a Knicks fan. So.
Apparently, Ray J's still on drugs. We back in the series, and let's go.
Hey, I swear Firms and Reds patent this.
Got to do too much. Save it for the Celtics type of situation.
Definitely. I mean, it was a good look. I ain't gonna hold you guys. You guys did well. Do you feel like if and when you guys get past Atlanta, is Brunson gonna be a liability when it comes to playing Boston? Or are you guys have a problem with that? Or do you think he's gonna be the issue? Jalen Brunson defensively. When I say a liability, defensively, you gotta ask that question, dog.
So is the big on the Celtics going to be a defensive liability?
I mean, it depends.
Because Cat is going to average 25.
It depends because is Cat going to play in the paint, or you going to try to shoot his way out the game?
So Drew Holiday, last year, was Drew Holiday a defensive liability? Because Jalen Brunson averaged 30 against the Celtics.
Nah, Drew Holiday was in the defensive liability. It's Drew fucking Holiday.
So let me get this
CJ
straight.
McCollum.
Right.
CJ McCollum is averaging. I don't know what he's averaging, but he's dropping a lot of points. CJ McCollum.
All right, so they're talking about the Knicks Atlanta series. CJ McCollum's having a pretty good series. And, Brunson is Brunson. They talk about him being a defensive liability. Sometimes he is, and sometimes he holds his own. Depending on the offense that's being run on the other side and depending on the skill of the point guard that he has to guard. So, the Knicks are just not playing as well as they should, but Atlanta's no pushover. It seems like they have trouble with Atlanta all the time. So, this is one of those kind of things, It's just one of those kind of deals that we're just going to have to live with, That's what I think. That's what I think. All right. Let's go and do this. We go back and to what's next. All right. So some of you guys, if you're living under a rock, and give me a second, I want to take care of something here. I want to take care of something. All right. If you're not living under a rock, there's an issue with Klay Thompson and Meg Thee Stallion. I've made this part of the sports story, and we're going to get to it in a second. I just want to send somebody something. Yeah, just going to send somebody. So, all right. All right, let's do this. All right. Okay. All right. We're all done there. So there's a couple of things I wanted to show. And let me kind of bring this up a little bit bigger. Now, there is this deal with, Meg Thee Stallion, if you guys are familiar with the controversy going on. She was going with Klay Thompson, a button-up guy. He knows his way around the ladies. And so there's this little breakup that is going down. And so I'm going to play a couple of these little clips just for the hell of it, because if you're not aware, he's being ragged by, the sisterhood for somehow cheating on Meg Thee Stallion, which has not been confirmed, by the way.
This right here is going to be a valuable lesson. Go ahead and get comfortable. I understand that's impossible for the Jezebels. In a conversation like this, either way, you're going to hear the truth today. First off, for those talking about they can't believe it, they're so shocked, please cut the baby bop bimbo babble. The only way you can't believe it is if you're committed to living in a delusional la la land fantasy where you make up thoughts and beliefs and stick to them no matter what reality you're facing that suggests the thoughts you made up are just not real. Now, I told you in my last Meg Thee Stallion video, she was saying my man on the hook. You have to look out for the chameleons. But that
Charles, man, you there?
Hey, buddy, I'm here.
Yeah, what are you doing, man? I can't even see. You got were you sitting in the dark?
Yeah.
All right.
You see me now?
No, I can't see. You turn your cameras off. Don't worry about it, man. Hey, listen, are you familiar with the Meg Thee Stallion situation with Klay Thompson?
Yeah, I heard she accused him of cheating,
Well,
which is probably true.
Well, no, which is also bullshit, right? They're not married. He didn't listen. I'm gonna play a couple of clips here, and so the sisterhood's after Klay Thompson, and I'm saying, he doesn't owe this woman any allegiance. I don't know why they're trying to make this big mountain out of a molehill with this. Now, this chick has been on the street for years. Now, he told her that he didn't want monogamy. That's what he told her, and then she went crazy.
That's it.
But the point really is, what he was telling her to listen. If a man tells you something, you gotta decide how you want to take it.
He's not feeling her, man.
Was all through
That's what I'm trying to say.
He's not feeling her. That's it. Because once the guy is feeling a lady, man, he's like 100%. He's committed.
Well, he could be, but that's not necessarily true. But let's just say you're more right than wrong, right? So this whole issue with her is that she took all her stuff directly to the into social media.
Yeah.
And and which is a big no for guys of high. Listen, if
She's
if
trying to
I'm,
embarrass him, man. That's all.
yeah, but she's only gonna play herself, because if she's looking for a high caliber guy like Klay, which was the highest she ever had, why would the next guy actually even entertain her for anything but fun, knowing that at any moment she could throw his shit all over the fucking social media?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
so how you?
she's acting out of emotion. Once the
Yeah,
emotions
but
are
if
involved,
you're
man,
that, if you're
she's
that,
irrational now.
well, if you're irrational like that, why would I pick you?
Like I said,
Why would I pick
see,
you? I mean, so
so
that's essentially what they're talking about in this particular video. Listen, when they first got together, right? She put out a new video, right? And Clay's kind of buttoned up and quiet and shit. But her next video is these are clips from that video. And these are the same ones, man. She had her ass all out, legs up in the air, humping the ground, almost breast half hanging out.
That song. She totally ruined that.
He downgraded then.
Well, nobody really actually seen his girls have always been off screen, off camera, right? He has all, and plus a lot of them are probably white because his mother's white. And so he had a lot of reserved women, because people know he was a player, but he didn't do it publicly. So she is one of his first public chicks. And I just think he got jungle fever. I think he got jungle fever. So he's
why is he got jungle fever? He's black. If you're black, you can't have jungle fever.
No, man. Klay Thompson is black and white. He has both cultures in his life. And he didn't grow up in the hood. He might have his father's black, but his lifestyle growing up is probably more about white people than anybody else.
Yeah, but he's still a brother, man.
No. You can't just call him a brother because you're playing that one drop rule bullshit. He looks more white than he looks like a brother.
But don't go.
But that's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is I think he can identify with white people as well as he can do with black.
Yeah.
And I'm almost positive he's as comfortable in both rooms. And I bet you most of his girls are probably white.
I thought he was married. He was married, right? He got divorced.
No, man. Klay never been married, no kids.
Smart man.
Yeah, smart man. So he says, okay, let me dip down into the jungle. And here Megan's standing there, almost looking, she's 5'10", so she's a big, juicy bodied girl, right?
Oh, yeah, that's a good height for a woman.
Yeah. And so, so they get into this relationship for 10 months, and she puts out this missive, and I think this is here. I want to just jump to it. Look at all that stuff. Let me just play a couple of seconds and just play another minute.
Total song for me. I really used to have that song on a playlist, and since Meg Thee Stallion was allowed to cover it, she just messed up the original too. The experience, the nostalgia, it's going to take some time, maybe a few years for that 304 energy that took over that song to disappear. But I told y'all then, she completely dropped the ball on those verses. Lyrics were dumb, repetitive, and shallow, like an ABCDEFG rap. When Meg is supposed to be a college graduate, she shouldn't have the same vocabulary as a remedial hood sewer rat chick. I told you she was continuing to waste her time with these WAP Jezebel raps. After all these years and awards, the Grammys, 3 of them, she still wasn't evolving. There was no creativity. That video echoed that. It was trashy instead of classy or romantic. Just talking about popping her thought pocket over and over. No class, no elevation, no growth. Very poor execution all around. She looked like a wannabe Magic City dancer. Being with her, she was going to...
What?
Is she an actress? She a singer or what? I heard. I never really know anything about her.
Yeah, she's a rapper, man.
She's a rapper. Oh,
yeah, she's a rapper. She doesn't sing. She usually raps, and she got some stuff. She probably can sing a little bit, but she's on Broadway now, so she has a stint on Broadway. But here's what she wrote about Klay. She said he was cheating, but nobody can really confirm that. So she cooked Thanksgiving dinner for his family.
Wow.
And so she thought that gave her a seat at the table. And so at some point, during the season, Klay didn't have a good season.
Okay.
So she said she was holding him down through the bad mood swings in the season. Now, there's a thing about what women saying men don't like to open up. So Klay opens up to her, and the first thing she does is out him in public. Okay.
Yeah.
That shows you can't trust her with your secrets.
It's scorn, man. Scorn woman.
And then, so where it says, then you don't know whether you can be monogamous. So that means they had a conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means they had a conversation. He says, I don't think I could be monogamous, and she went ape shit, called him a bitch, and I need to, and then she just went scorched earth and threw this out on the internet. And so what I'm saying is what she didn't realize with her emotionalism is that whatever chance she had with a new alpha guy at a high level, this right here blew it, because nobody's gonna trust you to not put their shit on the streets. And now she's right back in the streets, and and she's right back at it, brother. So let me show you. This is her. She's on the street, so I'm gonna show you this, right? So we're gonna go right next to her. This is her.
What the heck you doing?
That's the day after she sent that out. How crazy! And so she went right back into the street. Back into the street.
It talked about him. She was seen visibly crying, and people didn't know if she to her social media past my limits lately to me, and I hate letting y'all down. I just need one day to rest, reset, and take care of myself the way I should have been. I'll be right back on that stage Thursday, stronger, clearer, and ready to give you 100% the way you deserve outside.
She ain't doing nothing wrong. She just taking a drink.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. You're right, Charles. It's not about right or wrong, right? So she was just hoping to get cuffed up and married by this guy. Now she's taking drinks between the tits of a woman.
She's chilling, yeah. She probably was all fucked up, She probably was all. Man. I mean, you can't hit her on that, man. Come on, you can't. I mean, she just got her heart broken. She just got her heart broken. She's trying to loosen up.
When you get your heart broken, you go. Well, I do tell guys, if a woman breaks your heart, you need to get back in the cut as soon as you can.
Yeah, exactly.
So she get back on the street as soon as she can.
Yep.
Get your.
No, I say the best way to get over someone is to get under someone.
Yeah.
And you probably heard that already.
So the point is, man, women ain't good. He got this guy here taking pictures and shit. He said, "Oh my God, I got that." So he's like, I'm gonna get some good mileage out of this pit.
Oh yeah,
oh,
she's fine, man. She's fine.
You know what, man? She's lost. Anyway, so that's the key. So you know what's gonna happen to Klay? Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen. I mean, like you said, they ain't married, so
he's gonna go right back out there and start getting his high class. At his level, $500 million man, $400 million man.
He's got 4 rings, 4-time NBA champion,
Olympic champion, Hall of Famer,
future Hall of Famer. Yeah.
Let me tell you. You know what's happening at his level? Beautiful women are a dime a dozen.
Oh yeah, and he the only player to score like 32 points, like within a quarter or some shit like that.
37
points in a quarter, right?
Yeah, and he scored. What was it? What's this? He's in one quarter, right?
Yeah, 37. I think
he has a better record than that. Nobody talks about. I think he scored, I don't know, 40 points or something like that on 11 dribbles.
Wow.
11 dribbles, yeah, because he's a spot up shooter. When
catch and shoot, yeah.
So 11 dribbles.
Anyway. He shouldn't have left Golden State, man. He should have stayed.
No, it wasn't his choice, man. He was pushed.
You don't think so?
No, he could have stayed, but it was much. He had to go for the money.
Oh, I see.
He had to go for the money. We're talking about tens, 20s of millions of dollars.
Okay.
So he had to go. Yeah. Anyway, so all right, so here now we go into the drama with the lesbian drama in the WNBA.
Oh my God.
Yo, what can you say, brother? So there's two ladies, Paige Bucher, who came out last year, #1 draft choice, and she's on the Dallas Wings. And they drafted her girlfriend this year, Azzy Fudd, and so she had to address it. And the point
before we take questions, Paige just wanted to address you guys.
Well, first of all, missed you guys. Genuinely hope everyone had a great offseason. There is something that I wanted to address, and I only plan on addressing it once. So if we continue to get asked about it, we will refer to this moment in time, or we will use this time to deflect and talk about our teammates. Quite frankly, I believe me and Azzy's personal relationship is nobody's business but our own. And what we choose to share is completely up to us. But as media members, I understand you guys have a job to do, and you guys have to ask questions about the basketball aspect of it. So that's what.
Can you imagine in the NBA, two men up there talking about, we're lovers, and you got a job.
That wouldn't fly, man. That wouldn't fly.
Hey man, you know what I'm saying? The WNBA
teammate don't pass you the ball, man.
No, but it's not that. They got homosexuals in the NBA. Some of these guys got to be. Like Howard. He's a homosexual.
Oh yeah, there was a twin blooders too, right? And Utah, the twin blooders.
One of them was a homosexual. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the point really is, they're quiet about it. They have, so you can't have a league full of that many men and not think that a couple of them are homosexuals. But the guys, they don't out these guys, okay? Mm-hmm. But in the WNBA, I think maybe 40% or more of the women are lesbians.
It's the norm, man.
Yeah, it's the norm. So it's a lesbian league. Essentially it's one of the biggest. It's a professional league of.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a lesbian league though, but I would say it's a predominantly lesbian.
It's also, but it's a beacon for the alphabet mafia, right? It's everything they do is primarily geared to make sure that the lesbians are comfortable, right? Matter of fact, they're so prevalent that they've run some straight women out of the league.
Mm.
So this chick, Paige, has her girlfriend on her team who was also drafted first round this year. Some people don't believe that she deserves it. So there's a lot of backlash because all the media wants to talk about is these two women.
Mm.
So the media is mad that she doesn't want to talk about it because they want to know where can there be conflict of interest and all that kind of shit, right? so here's the other thing that has a little bit more impact.
You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no holds barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, I don't know if there's any more delusional athlete on the planet of Earth than a WNBA player. It is absolutely wild in which what lens they decide to look at things through that is so different than everybody else. I mean, you got companies out there that don't allow this to go down. All right. And the fact that and I'm talking about Azzy Fudd and Paige Beckers, they having made their relationship public and they being celebrities puts their relationship under a spotlight, whether they like it or not. Never mind the conflicts of interest. At least these two are on the same team. But the problem is, if they break up, then you've got a fractured locker room. You got a locker room that just got burnt.
That's right. What happens if they break up?
Hey, it's a professional sport, man. They move on. You gotta play the ball. I mean, you gotta play the game, man.
What's up, Coach? What's going on, man? So what? But yeah, but okay. Well, just
So
like
good.
so let's just say this. What happens if they break up? We say, yeah, you just got to be professional. But
Yeah.
and you've been working for a long time. So just when boyfriend and girlfriends on a big place like the Arsenal, that shit gets uncomfortable fast.
Yep.
So you told me, how about 12, 13 people on a team traveling together? Now she's muff diving with somebody else. So what's going on there? And so what's up, coach? Have you been attuned to the Paige Beckers deal? I can't hear you. Are you muted? You muted, coach. What you doing? Anyway.
You hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now. Yeah, man. So are you guys familiar? So I know, are you familiar with this situation, coach?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it, man. It's gonna be
So like I said, if they break, listen. First of all, I don't think they're breaking up anytime soon. But they're two women, right? So they're gonna have all kinds of spats and fights and shit. They're living together, and they're gonna come out and try to play basketball. You think they could keep it together?
well, I don't know if they might not. They can still break up because again, now that old Fudd is in the same arena, it could be some things that come out as if a man was doing it. So they could break up, but also, it could cause friction within the locker room, depending on how they broke up and why. Because
Exactly.
those women living that lifestyle, they're a little promiscuous. Most of those women living that lifestyle are promiscuous. So
There's no doubt about it. Especially, man, that AZ Fudd is fine as hell, man.
I mean, but she don't like men, so it don't count.
Man, it don't matter, man. So you don't think that she got no, some other, nappy dugout chasers, man? Come on, man. There's plenty of them.
Yeah, it could be. That's what I'm saying. She gonna have lookers in WNBA level. She gonna, it's a whole different thing once you out of college. Now she into adult world, so anything can go.
Yeah, with that extra bread that they got and everything, man. Come on, man. It's got to be real wild in the WNBA shower room, man. Golly. Women objectifying each other, man. It's just crazy.
I wish I could be a fly in there.
Not really, man.
That's why y'all ain't no flies.
Reconnaissance.
I'm sure you no flies. I don't think you would have. So the point really is that this guy, puts it to you with a couple of things that could go wrong, when they're on a team. And to think they could have a complete media blackout from media asking them questions is kind of delusional. So they're going to have to put up with a lot, or somehow try to play so well that, those kind of questions will be meaningless. All right.
The WNBA will protect them a little bit. They're going to protect those two players.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to protect them. So we'll see how it pans out within the fan base.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. So, are you guys familiar with the Mike Vrabel situation?
I heard something about him. Was he having an affair, right?
Diana Rossini is having an adulterous affair with Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, I heard that.
And it's been going on. It was going on, and she got married while that affair was going on.
Wow.
Okay, so there's some stuff, but there's some. This is how she routinely talks about her husband.
I'm married to someone average. I don't post a lot about him. If I was married to someone beautiful, I'd overpost too.
You know who lets me know my marriage is falling apart? My mom. No, I do things in Miami I haven't even told my husband because it's just I had that much fun. It was well, not like that, but like I knew he would judge the kind of partying I was doing. I don't know what got into me. I just remember being down there acting like it was my last day on earth. It's for 12 days. I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to eat. My family's going to hate me. My husband's going to threaten divorce. But we've signed up for this, and we're getting divorced at the end of the year. We've never been more disconnected in our lives. Our text messages look like two robots.
Love you. Any of that? Love you. Love you too.
No, not even an emoji.
And so the night before my wedding, I remember Jimmy was great. He made like a funny joke like, hey, it's the night before your wedding. You sure you want to do this? And I'm thinking like, of all the people in my life that I'm going to talk to the night before my wedding, the one guy my dad wanted me to, or my mom wanted me to marry was Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine your wife talking about you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, she don't like this guy, man.
No, not at all, man. I couldn't imagine that shit.
Jesus Christ. So here's the situation, and I might jump around on this one, but this guy, I don't know if you guys remember.
What's up, guys? It's your man Donovan Sharp, and welcome to this edition of Sharp Shorts. Let's get right to it. The Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini situation has officially cratered. This whole saga has taken an unexpected yet a somehow expected turn, if that makes sense. And guys, these new details can only be described as diabolical.
Just play the first 3 minutes of this and then kind of jump ahead so y'all can get a feel for what's really going down. Now, she's a journalist.
I cannot think of any other.
She's a journalist, a sports journalist, and of course, he's a coach. Now he's with New England.
Adjective or any other superlative to encapsulate this situation.
What you saying, Coach?
I said it's in New England. What other football team in the NFL has had more sex scandals than New England?
That's true.
And at this point, this little story has turned into a full-blown scandal. So here's what's happened since I last discussed this. This past Tuesday, Mike Vrabel addressed the media about the Diana Rossini situation, and two things quickly jumped out to me. The first thing was that he didn't deny anything. He didn't say the rumors are not true. He didn't say those photos were taken out of context. He didn't say any of that. And I'll get to the implications of that shortly. The second thing that grabbed my attention was the fact that he didn't specify what he was talking about, which was obviously that to me was by design. Like I said in the video that I covered on this a few days ago, this is the strategy that a lot of the steroid guys from the 1990s and early 2000s use to both apologize and admit doing steroids without actually incriminating themselves.
Something happened.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. These photos, this look like a kiss, man, right? Look at that. Right? You look like they're kissing. Can you hear me?
You can watch my reaction to Vrabel's press conference up above. Now, the implications of that press conference and how Mike Vrabel handled this clearly tells me that Vrabel is trying to separate himself from Rossini. And the reason I say that is because while Vrabel isn't denying anything, Rossini came out and denied everything. She's the one telling everyone the rumors aren't true. She's the one telling everyone the photos were taken out of context. I think she even said at one point that they were there with a bunch of other people to, I guess, give us the impression that it wasn't just the two of them, and maybe they just happened to be at the same resort at the same time. Obviously, the pictures that were taken of the two of them clearly shows that was not the case. So while Vrabel isn't denying anything, Rossini is, which tells me that Vrabel, again, is trying to distance himself as far away from Rossini as possible, because otherwise their stories would match up, right? What this also tells me is that Vrabel and Rossini are probably not communicating. I can't imagine that if they were communicating, they would agree together to address the situation differently. I seriously doubt that they're talking to each other over talk or text and being like, hey, I'll deny everything while you get innocuous.
So I'm gonna jump ahead, right, to what's really going down now. That she's a married woman, and their affair started before she got married. It was always a side piece, and she's still married.
Big game in Nashville, Colts versus Titans. She's covering the game. No big deal, right? Except, of course, for the fact that Mike Vrabel was the head coach of the Titans back in 2020. And given what we now know about their relationship, it is reasonable to assume that they probably hooked up while she was on that trip. I'm not sure how long she was there, but on November the 12th of 2020, she was in Nashville along with Vrabel, who was coaching the Titans. And by the way, it was a Thursday night game. So she might have gotten down there Monday, maybe even Sunday. But the next tweet that was dug up is what has thrown this entire situation into a tailspin. On August 11th of 2021, which, by the way, was my 44th birthday, Diana Rossini tweeted this out. Keep looking at my almost 4-day-old son, Michael, while trying to figure out who are the best Michaels to ever play and coach in the NFL. I'm sorry, say what? You have a son and you named him Michael? And you're wondering out loud on Twitter who are the best Michaels to ever play and coach in the NFL? Now, at this point, I had to slow myself down a little bit. I didn't want to get ahead of myself. I'm thinking, okay, all right, it's obvious these two were in an affair, but that tweet may have just meant that Mike was on her mind, right? Could have been completely harmless, completely innocuous, maybe just a Freudian slip, until I started doing the math. If she tweeted this out on August 11th and said that her son was almost 4 days old, that means that her son was born on either, I don't know, maybe August 7th or August 8th, give or take a few hours in either direction. Then I looked up how many days were between November the 12th of 2020, the day of the Titans tweet, and her son's approximate birth date. We'll call it August 7th. Gentlemen, that is 268 days, which falls right in the range of conception to birth in humans. Now, I've never been one to engage in conspiracy theories. Yes, I know that not everything is a consequence and something, or a coincidence rather, and some things are planned. But I'm never the guy who's going to go down some crazy rabbit hole to try and pretend that I know something that nobody else does. And the fact of the matter is that you can pretty much find anything on the internet to support whatever conspiracy theory that you've cooked up in your mind. This is not that. Everything lines up. Everything fits. The affair, the timeline, the tweets, the birth of Rossini's son, the name of her son, the way she's dogged her husband in the media all these years, it all fits. And what is extremely diabolical about this is that she appears to have named her son after Mike Vrabel, the man she was having an affair.
All right. Now you guys get it?
You think he's the baby daddy?
Huh?
He's the baby daddy?
He's the baby daddy. Yeah, he's the baby daddy.
Look at the eyes.
You think so?
Yeah.
Look at his eyes.
Oh man.
She's diabolical, man. She named her first son not after her husband, but after her dick down.
After her side piece.
Man. That's messed up, man.
Look at his eyes. Look at the kid's eyes. And look at his father's eyes.
And she was advertising it in her husband's face.
Wow, that's cool, man.
It's just cold-blooded, man. And the guy's still married. So I haven't heard anything from this guy, whether he wants a divorce.
Yep,
She
he the baby
closed
daddy.
down on social media and everything. So now, okay, so I got a question coming up, and we don't have to answer it now because this is enough of this. So the real
can I say this? Can I jump in real quick?
Go ahead.
And this is for you, right? Because I know how you be, you got a Catholic school education, right? You see the difference in coaching when it's black and white, what happens?
What do you mean?
Ime Udoka, single man, messing around with a staffer. They fired him. Here, Mike Vrabel, he got to go to counseling, and he was committing adultery with a married woman. And he's still the Patriots coach, one of the crookedest teams in the NFL over the last 20 years.
Yo, you know what? Let me say two things, right? One, if he was a black guy, I don't know how they would deal with him. But there's some distinct differences between the Ime Udoka situation and his situation.
Yeah, he got a married man. He got a married woman and might have a baby.
No. We don't know about the baby. I'm just saying. The Patriots. Listen. Ime Udoka opened up the Boston Celtics to millions of dollars worth of lawsuits because the woman worked for him. I mean, she worked. She was in some capacity. She was his subordinate. So by definition, by their bylaws, he shouldn't have had any sexual contact with her at all. So he opened the door, even though it was consensual. He opened the door to them for her saying, "Well, I thought I was compelled to have sex with him," and that's a big lawsuit. But Rossini doesn't work for Vrabel. She had to leave her. She left her job as an independent contractor journalist. And the Boston Celtics, not the Celtics, but the Patriots, you can't fire a man. That's why he's not fired, because he just committed adultery. There's probably everybody in their front office is probably adulterous.
That's great. He can't get fired for committing adultery. If that was you or me, if that was you or me as their coach, we'd got fired.
Yo, but it's not the same situation though.
I'm just saying, if we was Mike Vrabel, we'd have got fired. We was black, we'd have got fired.
Maybe not. Listen, even Sharon Moore The reason why he got in trouble is because the woman worked directly for him. Those are big differences you can't deny. So we could try to extrapolate, say, yeah, Vrabel was a black guy, that he might be fired, but we don't. We know it's just speculation. You know, if it was apples and apples, I would agree with you, but we just don't know. We just want to feel that way because we're black. We're going to be victimized no matter what. I don't agree with that.
I don't feel that way.
I don't
But
know. I don't know about
do you
that.
think? Do you
We're just
think
going back
if
to
you was a black
facts.
coach committing adultery, you wouldn't be fired? If you was a black coach,
No, you don't think?
look, I'm taking. I ain't looking at the other cases. I'm talking about in Mike Vrabel. He's
Okay,
committing adultery with a married
we
woman.
don't know. We don't know. It depends on
Hold
how
on, he's
good.
committing adultery with a married woman.
No,
It's
hold on,
publicly
man.
known.
Hold on. We don't know how. Listen, if you're Vrabel, that's one thing. But if I was like, some rookie coach that never won nothing, I'm going. But
That has nothing to do with it. But what I'm
yes,
saying
it
is,
does. If I
would
had
he
the name, if I had
would
the
he
name,
get would he get fired? He still
no,
would get.
I know.
If
Listen,
you was black, you would get fired.
if I had, depending on my resume, it depends on
Man,
my resume.
if Mike Tomlin, he ain't won a Super Bowl. If Mike Tomlin was doing that, he'd have been fired.
No, it depends on. No, we don't know that.
Okay.
We want to say that
I get it.
black. We want to say that, but we don't know that. That's just speculation.
No, but I mean, because it hasn't happened because they not cheating out there. But we see evidence that somebody's cheating.
They haven't got
We
caught.
see
They haven't
no,
got
but still, whether they got caught or not, we see somebody who has got caught.
Listen, coach, I'm not really arguing with you because I know what you're
No,
trying to
I
say.
ain't arguing. I'm just bringing up a point. Like
No, I'm not.
I knew you. I knew you would be partial. I knew that.
No,
That's why I
listen,
asked the question.
hey, coach, listen, I don't disagree with your assertion that might be a probable outcome, but it's those kind of arguments are not good ones because we can't prove it one way or the other. I mean, if I could go paint Coach Verbal, whatever his name is, if I could make him black and they fired him, yeah, but he still might get fired. We don't know, but I doubt it. But he still might get fired. But he's beneficial to the team.
But they can be a good team without him as a coach. That's part of the process too. But I'm just saying, I just recognize the difference. Like, and again, it's the New England Patriots, the cheatingest team over the last 20 years.
Listen, okay, we could you know what? We're in violent agreement. I just don't think that those kind of comparisons really work well because there's no way to prove or disprove. And I really just, it's me too. And you've been seeing me enough political. I just can't stand and say, well, if the guy was black, this would happen to him. Sometimes
I
that's
know.
true, and sometimes it's not.
That's why I said it, because I know. I'm like, he ain't gonna agree with that.
I got my frat brother. My frat brother's kicking my ass because of the Supreme Court, knocked down the voting rights redistricting.
I saw that.
And as far as I'm concerned, I think it's one of the greatest things that ever happened to the black community. But that's a whole nother story. Hey, listen, I misspelled her name. Diana Rossini. This is my questions for you guys, okay? Stay tuned. She quit her job and she closed down her social media because she compromised herself, right? This is a two-way street. She was committing adultery. She might even have a son that is she might even be committing paternity fraud on her husband. Right? But and she's gone, right? However, Pat, he still hasn't been fired. Mike Vrabel, for the Pats, Mike Vrabel still working. Should he be fired? That's the question. Should he be fired, coach?
No, I think they should just go ahead and hit him with a $500,000 fine and 6-game suspension or something like that.
Yeah. Six-game suspension.
Yeah. They suspended Deshaun Watson off some allegations, and we know that this is true.
No, those were legal allegations.
But still, it's our pain is conduct detrimental to the team. Come on, man.
No, it's not.
Come on, man.
No. It's not the same thing. There's nobody accusing Vrabel of inappropriate sexual assault.
Well, the husband should come on out and approve and accuse him of cheating with his wife. There you go.
Well,
Boom.
you know what? You know what?
I
Now,
think I think he should resign.
he should
I think he
resign.
I think he should
Yeah.
resign. Yeah,
He'll never resign, man.
he
You
should
got
No, he ain't gonna
resign.
resign.
they
If he
made
has any common decency, he should resign because his
No, he
behavior
ain't gonna resign.
no, you
his
can't
behavior was
resign.
totally unacceptable.
He
I'm
can't
becoming of a
resign.
coach.
But he
Why
can't
not?
resign.
I'm just saying, you know.
But he can't resign though.
Why not?
Why not? He can
Because he can't
voluntarily
give up
step
that.
down.
If you resign, he loses all that money.
Well, he
Okay,
should have known
well,
that before he dipped into it. He should have known that.
No. First of all, I don't think the man should be punished by a corporate entity for committing adultery, unless it's written in his contract.
that's conduct detrimental to the team, my friend.
Exactly. That's just
That's
not right.
conduct.
No,
That's
That's
not right.
conduct.
You know,
it could be.
it's gotta uphold a certain value, you know, certain image.
No. You know
Yeah.
what, man? Let me tell you, man. If adultery was meant on that list, half the businesses will be closed.
But a
Well,
player
it's
can't do
not
that.
if you get caught, that's the bottom line.
A player
Don't get
can't do
caught.
that. A
A
player
player
can't
can't
do that.
commit adultery? Of course they can.
No, if a player get caught committing adultery, that's conduct detrimental to
No,
the team.
they're not taking a contract away from a player because of
Yes,
adultery.
yes.
Now
I think they
when?
put that. That's conduct because
No. It's when you
it brings a
embarrass.
negative light. No, that's an embarrassment to the team. What we talking
Yeah.
about?
They're talking about drugs, alcohol,
No, they talk about
Nah, Mary, it's
behavior.
true, man.
I
Adultery
think.
is
You tell me, you guys tell
adultery is
me.
frowned
I think.
upon.
Yeah.
No. Give me. I hear what you're trying to
They
stretch it.
talk about behavior.
Tell
Also,
me
behavior.
one
It's in
guy who's
contract.
lost his contract because he committed adultery.
Ron
Tell me
Artest.
one guy. These
No,
guys
but
are stroking
hold
everything
on.
that's moving.
It ain't been no cases publicly of adultery. You haven't seen it publicly. But when it comes to
They're
behavior,
not kicking players
detrimental
out.
to the team.
They're not kicking players out for adultery.
They done did well. Listen, we got to see. I would love to see an NBA contract, and those things are in it.
Yeah, I know there's a conduct clause, but it doesn't cover
And that's part of
everything.
your conduct. You out here committing adultery. That's
Yeah,
part
but
of your conduct.
just things outside that line. You know. Anyway, okay. The second one. How about the marriage? How about the kid being? How about paternity fraud? Do you think that kid belongs to Mike Vrabel?
Man,
Looks
they
like
could.
him.
I would get a test now, regardless. if I would get a test.
If I'm the husband, I demand a test. Yeah.
Well, he don't
Because
have to. They don't have to demand one. But here's the key: he's got to get a sample from Vrabel, though.
Yeah.
No, he don't. No, he don't.
No, listen to
No,
what
he
I'm
don't.
saying.
He can do a DNA test with his son and be like, man, I don't know who the hell his baby daddy is.
Hold on for a second. Let me say what I'm gonna say. He could prove if the son is his, but he can't prove the son is Vrabel's unless he gets Vrabel to take a test.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. So
But
if
I'll
it's
pay.
enough to prove that the kid ain't his, then that's enough.
But I'll pay. The evidence is out now. What you going over that video and with the other dude, and she's up there talking about the Michaels, and we talking about it. You got a notorious affair with a man named Michael. That's his damn kid to me.
That's
I don't
his
give a
kid.
damn who it is. I don't give a damn who it is.
I'm with you. It's his kid. This the dog
The only bad thing about the husband is if he's acknowledged that was his child, then that'll be a whole nother legal battle because the baby a certain age and courts are funny
Well,
with
here's the
that.
thing. Here's the thing that
Does that mean he's gonna owe back child support?
no. He's already taking care of the kid. He's been taking care of it. They're still married. He's still married to her, so he's been taking care of the kid. But the point really is the guy is like, from what I understand, he's like a deca millionaire, you know. So whatever child support he got to pay, he'll probably pay it. He won't care, but he might not have anything to do with the kid. Who knows? So, but is he a man enough to take that test? That's what he needs to do, you know.
He should.
And or have his kid tested, and he doesn't need his wife's permission for that, you know.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
so
for
he
sure.
doesn't. All right. So Klay Thompson, I had this one. Do you think he love bombed? Do you think he love bombed Meg Thee Stallion?
I think he wanted to do what most 20-something, 30-something want to do right now. He slept. He wanted to sleep with her and he played his cards the same as that
So
way.
so you say yes. So he love bombed her. You know what a
Yes.
love bomb is, right, Charles?
And that first time I heard it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's the first time you heard it because that's just a cultural thing because you be love bombing the fucking honeys all the time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so love bomb means you overly do it to make the woman think you really like her.
Oh, okay.
Just to get the. Well, now you recognize what I'm saying now, right?
Part of the game, man. Part of the game. Don't hit the play, hit the game.
Exactly.
Oh, he said hit the
game. So I think he loved Meg Thee Stallion, and he had us saying, "I never met a guy like this before." He said he spent almost $4 million. I read somewhere he said he spent almost $4 million courting this chick during that period of time, the 10 months that they've been together.
Wow.
Yeah, to him, it's just like it's just pocket money.
Yeah,
right?
but that's that's pocket money to him. And listen, listen.
Yeah,
I can understand that, right? Because you never really heard of Klay Thompson like in a committed relationship or having a side chick. So he already understood what his mission was. Because again, we know, he knows just like everybody know her past. Her past has preceded her. So again, he comes from NBA stock.
Yes.
He comes from that meet my mama, meet my daddy. And I guarantee his mama and dad was like, what you doing with her?
I agree with you 100%. I agree 100%. That's what went down. And she thinks just because she cooked Thanksgiving dinner makes her a part of the family. No, not at all. So, but he, I give him a little hit for love bombing her, but she was susceptible. She was susceptible to it only because she's been dealing with so many ratchet dudes that when she found a guy who's upstanding, she's like, "Holy shit! You could be a 304 and a hoe and still get lucky and find yourself a Russell Wilson." So yeah.
I thought she was. When I saw it, I said, "Oh, she's trying to play a Sierra role."
Yeah, exactly.
But she got rid of the wrong one.
Yeah, man. As Klay said, and then Klay told us, "Said, listen, I don't think I could be monogamous," and it sent her into a tizzy. It's not like so when she said he was cheating, that still hasn't been confirmed. It's just that the sisterhood of ratchetness just went crazy. Just on her word. And you know what? Meg Thee Stallion has lied before. Okay, so so there you go. So so I just think that Klay Thompson, do you think Klay Thompson first of all, do you think he dodged a bullet that this thing fell apart? Just in case he was getting smitten with her, is it a good thing that it fell apart? Did he dodge a bullet or not?
I don't know. It's hard to say, man.
He dodged the bullet.
If they were into each other, then it's hard to say.
Listen, he dodged a bullet, man.
He dodged 2 or 3 bullets off him.
Yeah, if he would have said "I do" to this chick, man, go down and got engaged and man, get out of here. He dodged a bullet.
Peace, man.
Okay, and the last thing I have on this list: will Paige Bookers and AZ Fudd would they break up? And he just had to go. So yeah, and those are the 2 lesbians on the WNBA. Is it going to end badly? Charles, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just thinking that was my last question. Is it going to end badly? The 2 girls on the 2 lesbians on the same WNBA.
Oh, I don't know, man. It's hard to say, because you don't know how they feel about each other. You know what I mean?
Well,
We are, we're speculating.
They could love each other right now, but I'm saying
exactly. I don't know. It's hard to say.
A lot of people love each other and shit ends badly. What you talking about? That's what the question is, man. So they might love each other now, but after a season and living together and arguing and lesbians break up more than regular couples.
Yeah, I don't know how deeply they feel about each other. I don't know the connection. So
they've been going through high school, college. They've been through all college. Yeah. They've been lovers ever since college.
Well, I think the odds are in their favor, to be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
The
yeah,
outside in
maybe,
your favor.
maybe. Yeah, let's wish good graces, even though they're both taking good candy away from the dudes, man. Shit,
Yeah.
get your ass out there and turn straight again.
But they exposed now, they exposed to all that fame and money, other people coming onto them. So perhaps they'll weaken and something's gonna happen. Who knows? But
Well, yeah, you might
at
be
the
right.
right now, I gotta say, I was
Hey,
on the
man,
end of making it.
this this the end of the month tomorrow. Hey, listen, I know you don't look at boxing, but this guy and there's a great fight coming up on Saturday. I think Saturday is May 2nd. This guy Inoue fighting this guy Nakatani. That's going to be one of the greatest small man fights in a long time. And if they were bigger men, this would have been a headliner.
How much they
somewhere.
weigh? And the
They're
170?
fighting at junior featherweights are 122 pounds.
Oh God, oh yeah.
Yeah, they're small guys, man. 5'3", 5'4".
Gee, I can't take him.
They'll beat your ass, man. Those guys will beat your ass.
Hey man, I'm a $190, man. I just got to sit on him.
No, I hear you, man. But you got to be able to throw some punches, man. Without in 3 minutes, a 3-minute round, these guys throw 100 something punches. You know what I'm saying? So if you were there for 3 minutes and shit, and you ever walk around the ring for 3 minutes, if you haven't done it, you're gonna feel it.
Maximum I got is about 10 punches, man. I ain't going more than 10. So when you talk about hundreds, you're taking hundreds, man. You out of my league right there.
Some of these guys throw 100 punches around.
No way.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Dang.
I'm telling you, man. Shit. I mean, so you might get through the first round when they feeling each other out, man. But if they start swinging, man, shit.
100?
And listen, man. Anyway, I know you ain't thinking about getting to no boxing. So, anyway, man, that's gonna be a good fight, man. Anyway, it's my guy. So this is one of his biggest tests in his career. They're both undefeated. So if I can catch it, I know it's gonna be on DAZN, but I don't have that channel. But they put it right on YouTube right after the fight is over. So I'll be looking at that sometime this weekend. And any other closing thoughts, man, on sports? Well, you missed some of the basketball.
The NBA, man, tonight, Lakers gonna take it home to the next month. The only problem is after that they have to meet OKC, and they ain't passing OKC.
While you're here talking basketball, you see this, right?
Let me see.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking at the.
Oh, you're not looking at the screen? What you looking
I
at?
was looking at the screen, man. I was looking at the ceiling.
Can you see the screen now?
Yeah, now I can see it. Yeah.
All right, so we talking about. Listen, so since we're talking basketball, you wasn't here. We could give a minute on this. The Knicks are having all they can help with this guy. The Lakers could win tonight, but they could lose to Houston. I think they're in LA though, right?
Yep.
So they got to close that game out. They don't want to keep that shit lingering because they still don't have Luka. And they still don't have Reeves.
Yep. Lakers don't want to go to Game 7.
No, they don't. And then, of course, the Pistons are the ones who are in trouble. Remember the Pistons?
But if they can get through and make it to Game 7, they don't win it. But they're not 1-3, right?
They're 3-1. The Pistons.
Yeah, they're not 1-3. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're in Detroit tonight. But the point really is that. It's only been a couple of times where the 8th seed beat the 1 seed.
I know.
The Pistons were in first place the entire season.
Yep.
The entire season. I don't think there was one time when they were not in first place.
Yep. You're right.
And just the OKC, ended their thing 4-0. So the Pistons the people up in Detroit, man, are like, oh my God, what's going on? And listen, I think the Magic is going to lose tonight. And then it's going to be tighter, then they possibly could still lose the series because now Pistons could win in Orlando, but it's going to be a big turnaround. So anyway, man, I just wanted to go back to that.
Yeah.
So I mean, listen, I had a lot of scandals going on this week, and
before we get on, before we move on to basketball, who do you think is the MVP this season?
Gosh, man. I think they're going to give it to Wemby, right?
SGA again, I think.
Oh, yeah, maybe. But, they might give it to Wemby. But you're right. SGA, Wemby.
Yeah. Jokic had a chance, but I don't think he's going to pull through a Jokic because this guy is crazy, man.
No, they're not going to give it. I don't think
all those triple doubles he's been getting.
I don't think they're going to give it to Jokic this year. I think it's between Wemby, and like you said, SGA. He could get it again. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. But it's the playoffs. I'm gonna catch some of the games. You gonna catch some of the games tonight?
Yeah, man. I'm at LA again. I'm off tomorrow, so I can't get
Anyway, all you guys out there, I hope y'all hit the like button and share this link and subscribe to the channel. Fair use for all the stuff that I use. And anyway, man, so we're getting ready to get out of here, brother. So thanks a lot, man, for stopping by. I did send you the link. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I did. I don't know, but in my email, the last link was the April 22nd, I think. The last.
I don't know.
That was a week ago.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man. So I sent it as long as you got up here, man. I said, man.
I got it, man. I got it.
All right, bro. So.
All right, man. Have a good night. Later.
Yeah, man. You too, man. Later on, man.
All right, bye.
Grab your friends, it's time to play. Join the fun, we're here all day. Watch the game with drinks in hand. On the swivel, let's take a stand. On the edge of our seats, we live for the thrill. In this moment together, we're feeling the chill. So here's to the laughter as we gaze at the stars. We say goodnight from the swivel at the sports bar. In the flicker of the screens where our spirits ignite, let's cherish this time as we fade into light. Tasty bites and big screen thrills. Every moment gives you chills. High fives and cheers, it's quite a sight. Join the crowd, it feels so right. As the game goes on, our hearts beat as one. Memories in the making, oh, this night's just begun. So here's to the laughter as we gaze at the stars. We say goodnight from the swivel at the sports bar. In the flicker of the screens where our spirits ignite, let's cherish this time as we fade into light. So good night, my friends, till we meet again. In this world of the game, through thick and through thin.